Dr. Seth here at Activate. We're talking cerebellum, all right? My favorite part of the brain, okay? This part of the brain, which kind of sits right back in here, does a lot of our sensory perception and our motor control. Again, not motor, like actually making the movements happen, that comes from the frontal lobe, but they both have to work together to kind of make everything run smoothly and keep a nice smooth movement instead of having everything be all jagged and ratchety and stuff like that, all right? So the cerebellum, the majority of its output that's coming out of there promotes and generates the background activity for our postural stability and our motor tone, okay? This part of the brain as well allows and helps the brain to strategize the movement that it needs to make for reflexes or other types of things like that to help move things as a sensory input comes in, and allows for planning mechanisms to be able to execute those movements. All right. There's a couple different parts in the cerebellum. Okay. We have the vestibulocerebellum. Okay. This part of the brain helps with balance and eye movements. All right. We have the spinal cerebellum, which is mainly body movements, and then we have the cerebrocerebellum, which is the planning of the movements and the evaluating of that sensory input. Again, like, hey, if something's coming at me, I need to be able to move here and here and react and accordingly. All right. The cerebellum also contains the most powerful inhibitory neurons, which are those Purkinje neurons. Okay. What this does is it allows for more dampening to happen, so we don't just get these abnormal, out of nowhere discharges of firing and things like that. Okay. So it's really good at helping to calm things down, make sure everything's running smoothly. It is, I feel like, one of the keys to a lot of issues, because if we don't move, if we're not getting out and getting movement or exercising or stretching or any type of movement like that, that cerebellum doesn't really get to be activated, okay? And it has a lot of power in it. So that's why I love the cerebellum. I find a lot of people have issues in the cerebellum and things aren't firing properly. So come on in, we'll get you checked out, come up with the care plan, and get you rocking and rolling.